Hello students, in today's class we are going to continue chapter arithmetic progression. So before we get into today's topic, let me recall what we learnt in last class. So what we learnt in last class, we started with the introduction of AP. What is meant by an AP? A sequence in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term, except for the first term we will call it as an AP. If a sequence has a common difference, then we will call such a kind of sequence as arithmetic progression. And we have seen few denotions. First term we will denote it by A, common difference we will denote it by D. How can we acquire our common difference? By subtracting the second term from the first term, third term from the second term. Likewise, we can obtain the common difference. General form of AP is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Likewise, it goes on. Keep on, we need to add the common difference. Or else you can also denote it as A1 plus D, which is going to be your second term. Third term is going to be second term plus D. Fourth term is going to be third term plus D. Likewise also you can express. And the last term we will denote it by L, and nth term is AN. Right? So in today's class we are going to see how to find the nth term of the given sequence. That in the sense we are going to find a formula for AN. Right? See, let A1, A2, A3 be an AP whose first term is A and common difference is D. Then we know general form of AP is what? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. Now A1 is A, A2 second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, fourth term is A plus 3D. Likewise it proceeds. Therefore what will be our nth term? Nth term is nothing but A plus n minus 1 times D. Yes? When you have 4, you have 3 here. When you have 3, you have 2 here. When you have 2, you have 1 here. When you have 1, you have 0 here, right? So, which is nothing but n minus 1 times D. So, don't forget AN. The formula for finding nth term of an AP is the first term plus n minus 1 times D. Right? Now, let us solve problems based on this. If you see the first question, they have given you what is ADN and they asked you to find AN. It's just mere substitution in this formula, right? So what is your formula? AN equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. Now we know what is our n? 8. So A8 only we need to find out, which is equal to A is 7 plus n is 8. So 8 minus 1 into D is 3. So which is equal to 7 plus 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 3s are 21. So 21 plus 7 is 28. So your 8th term, A8 means what? 8th term. 8th term is 28. Likewise they have given you a table and they asked you to find the missing values. If you see the second subdivision, A is minus 8, then n is 10. AN is 0 and they asked you to find what is your D. Now how can we find out? The same way, substitute in the formula. AN is A plus n minus 1 times D. Now AN is 0, which is given in the question, then which is equal to A is minus 18 plus n minus 1, 10 minus 1, D we don't know. So minus 18 plus 10 minus 1 is 9D, this side 0. So I am going to bring this minus 18 to other side. So plus 18 equal to 9D. So this implies that D equals to 18 divided by 9, which is 2. Therefore the common difference is 2. Hope you understood this is mere algebra. We are just substituting in the formula, bringing the terms to the other side, and we are finding the unknown variable here. That's it. Right? Hope you understood. Now let us see the next question. Here A, D and AN is given. They asked you to find out what is your n. The same way you have to proceed. Since it has some decimal value, I have solved this for you. Or otherwise the same procedure only. AN is 3.6, A is minus 18.9 plus n minus 1 into D is 2.5. So first, which term you should bring it to the other side? Minus 18.9, not this one, because this is product of two terms, and moreover this is only for n minus 1, right? So first bring the independent terms to the other side. 3.6 plus 18.9 equal to n minus 1 into 2.5. Now if you add these two, you will get 22.5. Then bring this 2.5 to the denominator. Now both are in decimal, so remove the decimal point to make your calculations easier. So you will get 22.5 multiplied both numerator and denominator by 10, since I have one digit after decimal. So what you will get? 225 divided by 25, which is equal to n minus 1. Now we need n, so bring this 1 to the other side. So we got n is equal to 10. So the number of terms in that AP is 10, right? Now see how we can solve the next question. It is given, they asked you to choose the correct choice in the following and justify. 30th term of the AP 10, 7, 4 etc. is, they asked you to find the 30th term, and they have given it is an AP. So first list out what are all the things you know and what you need to find out. 30th term means what? A30 you need to find, right? A30, which means n is equal to 30, right? An, nth term, so number of terms we are going to assume it as 30. Then what is your A? A is first term. These are all given things in the question. What is your first term? 10. What is your common difference? Second term minus first term. So 7 minus 10, which is minus 3, right? If you find 4 minus 7 is also minus 3 only. So what you are going to find now? A30. So first write the formula for An. A plus n minus 1 times d. So A30, which is 30th term, equals to, the value of A is 10 plus n is 30 minus 1 into d is minus 3, which is equal to 10 plus 30 minus 1 is 29 into minus 3. So 10 minus into plus is minus, 29 into 3. 3 nines are 27, 2, 3 twos are 6, 8. So it will become minus 77. So the 30th term of the given AP is minus 77, right? Now let us solve the next question. They have given you some missing terms in the AP and they asked you to find. So we know how the AP will be, right? It will have a common difference, and we know the formula to find the nth term, and using all these informations we are going to solve the problem now. So if you take the first subdivision, they have given you only 3 terms. Out of 3 terms, the middle term is missing, but it is an AP which is given in the question. So we know the difference between the second term and the first term, and the difference between the third term and the second term are going to be same, since it's an AP, right? So let A1 is equals to 2, A2 equal to x, and A3 equal to 26. Then we know that, what we know? A2 minus A1, A2 minus A1 is equals to A3 minus A2. Since it's an AP, since it is an AP, we know that the difference is same. They will have a common difference. So this implies x minus 2 equals to 26 minus x. So bring the like terms to one side. So if I bring x to this side and 2 to this side, what will happen? X plus x equals to 26 plus 2. So which is nothing but 2x equal to 28. So this implies x is equals to 14. Therefore A2 is 14. The missing term is 14. Right? Hope you understood. There is nothing difficult in this, just application of the common difference and simple manipulation. Right? Now look at the third subdivision. Here the question is, they have given you 4 terms in an AP and the middle 2 terms are missing. The same logic you can use here. This term minus this term should be equal to this minus this should be equal to this minus this. But you have 2 unknown variables here, right? So otherwise we can try in some other way. See here, what are all the things we know? Here n is equal to 4. 4 terms are there, and an is 9.5, and we know A is 5. We don't know what is our common difference. So once we know what is our common difference, we can very well write the middle two terms. So we can apply an identity here. What is an? A plus n minus 1 into d. So an is 9 1 by 2, which is equal to 5 plus 4 minus 1 into d. What is 9 1 by 2? It's a mixed fraction. 18 plus 1 19 by 2, which is equal to 5 plus 4 minus 1 is 3d. So first bring this 5 to this side, then only you should bring 3. So 19 by 2 minus 5 equals to 3d. Take LCM. 19 minus 10 equal to 3d. So which is 9 by 2 equal to 3d. So this implies d equal to 9 by 2. 3 will come to the denominator. So if you cancel it, it will become 3 3s are. So this implies d is 3 by 2, right? So now we found out d as 3 by 2. So if you know what is our common difference, we can very well find the second and the third term. How will you find the second and the third term? If you keep on add that difference, common difference with the subsequent terms, you will get the next term, right? So a2 is a1 plus d, which is 5 plus 3 by 2. How I got this 5? 5 is our first term. So which is equal to, take LCM. 5 2s are 10 plus 3, which is 13 by 2 is going to be your second term. Similarly, a3 is going to be a2 plus d. What is your a2? Just now we found out it's going to be 13 by 2 plus your common difference is 3 by 2. Both have a common denominator, so you can add the numerators. 13 plus 3 is 16 by 2, which is your 8. Therefore, the missing terms are 13 by 2 and 8, right? So you can proceed in this way also. The previous problem also you would have done in this way. Since we have only one missing term over here, we applied the common difference concept, and here since we have two missing terms, we have applied this concept. So it's up to you, whichever you are feeling comfortable you can proceed with, right? Now this is another kind of problem. Let us see how we can solve this. Here they didn't give you the first term, and we were unable to find a common difference also. See, directly we cannot find, because here second term minus first term, and again last term minus the last but one term, but both are we have two unknown values here, so we cannot find it directly. So let us see how we can solve this. So what is given in the question? A2 is given. A2 is 38, right? A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and A6. A6 is given, which is minus 22. They asked you to find out A1, A3, A4 and A5. All these values they asked you to find out, right? Now use your AN formula. What is AN? AN is A plus n minus 1 into D. Now we are going to apply this formula in the given things. So what is given? A2. A2 is equal to A plus n is 2 here, right? So 2 minus 1 into D. What is your A2? A2 is 38. 38 is equals to A plus 2 minus 1 is 1D. We don't know what is our A. We don't know what is our D. So mark this as our first equation. Similarly, find what is your A6. A6 is equals to A plus 6 minus 1 into D, because your n is 6 now. A6 is minus 22, so A plus 5D. This is your second equation. Now solve 1 and 2 equation. You know how to solve a pair of linear equation, right? By elimination method or substitution method, you can solve it. Now consider A plus D equal to 38. Then A plus 5D equal to minus 22. I am going to subtract. So minus, minus, plus. When we are subtracting, we should change the sign, right? So these two will get cancelled. Minus into plus, this is minus. So minus 4D, which is equal to, both are plus, so you have to add 10, balance 1, 4, 5, 6. So D equal to 60 divided by 4, minus we have. So how many times? 4 ones are 4, 5, 6. So 4 15s are 60. So D is equal to minus 15. Now we found our common difference. We substitute in any one of these equations, we can find what is our first term. So A plus D is equal to 38. So A plus D is minus 15 equal to 38. A is equal to 38 plus 15, which is 10, 13, balance 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So A is 53, right? We found what is our A1. So once we know the common difference, it's not necessary to repeat the same procedure to find your A3, A4 and A5. You can directly add the common difference so that you will get your remaining terms of the AP. Now you know A1 is 53, A2 is going to be A1 plus D, which is 53 minus 15, which is nothing but 38. Now next A3 is going to be A2 plus D. What is your A2? 38 plus D is 15. What is 38 minus 15? 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 23. Now your A4 is going to be A3 plus D. A3 is 23 minus 15. What is 23 minus 15? 23 minus 15 is going to be 8, right? Then A5 is going to be A4 plus D. A4 is 8 minus 15, which is nothing but minus 7. Thus we found all the missing terms. What are all the missing terms they asked you to find? A1, A3, A4 and A5. We found all the missing terms. So this is another way of finding the missing terms. So thus we have seen three methods. First one is if we know only one missing term. If we have only one missing term in the sequence, we can use the common difference. We can use that they will be having a common difference, right? We can use the concept of common difference and we can find the value directly, or else you can use this method by applying the AN formula, use n value and find the common difference and then keep on substitute. If you were unable to find the common difference and first term, make two equations and then solve it, then find what is your A and D. Once you know what is your A and D, you can very well find the terms of the given AP, right? Hope you understood. Now see the next question. Which term of the AP is 78? They have given you a AP and they ask which term of this AP is 78. See, for the entire exercise we are going to use only one formula, AN equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. But see how many ways the questions can be asked, right? So you should understand the question and you should see in what way the formula can be used to find the unknown variable which they are pointing out in the question. So understand it properly and apply it, right? So in this question they asked you to find which term of the AP is, in the sense they asked you to find n of the n, which means the number of terms in the AP, right? They have given you a AP 3, 8, 13, 18, etc. till 78. They asked you to find how many terms are there. In the sense, number of terms they asked you to find out. Which term of the AP? See, first term is 3, second term is 8, third term is 13, fourth term is 18. Likewise, which term is 78? Which means they asked you to find n. Right, the same formula here, AN equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. AN, the last term, is 78. A is our first term, which is 3, plus n we don't know, so n minus 1 into D. For that we need to find our D, right? What is our common difference? Second term minus first term. You can choose any two terms here. So if I find 8 minus 3, which is 5, so it is 5. Right, so 78 plus equal to 3 plus n minus 1 into 5. Now bring this 3 to the other side. So 78 minus 3 equal to n minus 1 into 5, which is 75 equal to n minus 1 into 5. 75 divided by 5 equal to n minus 1. If you divide by 5, how many times 75 in 5 tables? 15 times, right? So n minus 1 equal to 15. So this implies n equal to 15 plus 1, which is equal to 16. Therefore 78 is the 16th term in the given AP. Right? So if you understood what is asked in the question, and you can proceed very well with the identity, right? Hope you understood this. The next two problems are also of the same kind as we solved fourth question, but see the way in which they asked the question. Find the number of terms in each of the following APs. They have asked you the question directly. So they have given you the AP, last term is given, they asked you to find the number of terms, in the sense the same way as we done our previous problem. But can you make out the difference between the fourth and the fifth question? The only difference is in the way they asked. In the fourth question they asked you which term of the AP is. Indirectly they have asked the question. But in the fifth question they have asked you directly find the number of terms. But the procedure is same. So I am leaving this to you. Now let us move on to the sixth question. Check whether minus 150 is a term of the AP 11, 8, 5, 2, etc. They asked you to check whether minus 150 will come in this sequence or not. Right? Now let us see how we can solve this. Now let us see how we can solve this problem. What are we going to do with this now is check whether minus 150 is a term of the AP. So now what are we going to do is consider this as a term of this AP and let us find the number of terms n. And suppose if 1 minus 150 lies in this sequence, then obviously n will be a whole number. Right? If suppose minus 150 does not falls in this AP, then we won't get a proper n value. From that we can conclude yes, 150 lies in this or 150 does not lie in this. Hope you understood. See, it is like the previous problem. What we did in the previous problem, which term of the AP is 78 they asked. So what we did, we considered this 78 as our last term and we found what is our n. So that particular term only will be 78, right? So similarly here what are we going to do is, we are going to assume that minus 150 lies in this AP and we are going to consider this minus 150 is our last term. Okay? And let us find minus 150 falls under which term of this AP. In the sense we will find out n. Okay? Then if minus 150 is there in this AP, then obviously n is going to be a whole number. If it is not lies in that AP, we won't get a whole number. Therefore, we can say that minus 150 is not a term of the given AP. Right? Now let us proceed. What is our A? A is 11. D is second term minus first term. So 8 minus 11. What is 8 minus 11? Minus 3. Right? Then we are going to consider our AN as minus 150. Our last term as minus 150. Now what is our AN formula? A plus n minus 1 times D. So minus 150 is equals to 11 plus n we don't know. Our D is minus 3. So minus 150 minus 11 equal to n minus 1 times minus 3. Right? So minus, what will happen to this if you add? Both are negative, so you have to add. This is 161. Right? Divided by minus 3 equal to n minus 1. Minus minus will get cancelled. But 161, is it divisible by 3? See? Is it divisible by 3? 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8. What is the divisibility rule for 3? You have to add all the digits and check. If it is divisible by 3, the entire number is divisible by 3. If you add, you are getting 8. 8 is not divisible by 3. Therefore, 161 is not divisible by 3. So you can write 161 is not divisible by 3. Only if you get a whole number here, when you add 1 you will get a whole number, right? Here itself if you get a decimal part, even if you add 1 it's going to be decimal. Number of terms cannot be in decimal. Number of terms should be a whole number only, right? So 161 is not divisible by 3, which implies 161 divided by 3 is not a whole number, which implies n is not a whole number. So what do we infer? So this implies further minus 150 is not a term of the given AP, is not a term of the given AP, right? Hope you understood. So as I told you, in the entire exercise we are repeatedly using this identity only, but the way in which they are posting their question alone, it differs. So read it twice, thrice, understand the meaning behind the question and proceed your answer, right? Let us see the next question. Find the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term is 38 and the 16th term is 73. What does it mean? 11th term, we will denote it by A11. A11 is 38. 16th term, A16 is 73. They asked you to find out A31. So to find A31, what we need, it's like AN. AN is A plus N minus 1 times D. We need to know what is our A, what is our D and what is our N. N anyhow it is going to be 31. If we know what is our A and D, we can substitute in the formula and get the answer. So this is similar like this question. Third problem, fifth subdivision. What we did, we know what is A2, we know what is A6. From this we framed two equations, we solved it, we found what is A and D, then we found the remaining terms, right? The same way we are going to proceed this problem. The same like ditto, no other changes here, right? I'll solve one problem for you. See what is given here. Given here 11th term. So A11 equal to 38 and A16 equal to 73. Sorry, they asked you to find out A31, right? Now what is AN formula? A plus N minus 1 times the D is your formula. Now A11. A11 is A plus 11 minus 1 times D. What is our A11? 38. 38 is equal to A plus 10D is your first equation. Similarly, A16 is equal to A plus 16 minus 1 times D. A16 is 73 equal to A plus 15D is your second equation. Now simplify the first and the second equation. So from 1 and 2 we are going to eliminate A 38 and A plus 15D equal to 73. Now we are going to subtract, so change the sign, these two will get cancelled. 10 minus 15 is minus 5D. What is 73 minus 38? See 73, 38. So this is going to be 13 and this is going to be 6. Minus 35. So D is going to be 35 divided by 5. 5 sevens are. Minus minus will get cancelled. So D is 7. Right? So we found what is D. Substitute in any one of the equation. So substitute in 1. We will get A plus 10D equal to 38. A plus 10 into 7 equal to 38. A plus 70 equal to 38. A equal to 38 minus 70. So 70 minus 38. So 10 minus 8 it's going to be 2. This is 6. So 3. So it is minus 32. So A is minus 32. Now we found what is our A and D. They asked you to find out A 31st term, right? So A31 equal to A plus 31 minus 1 into D. What is our A? Minus 32 plus 31 minus 1 is 30, D is 7. So which is minus 32 plus 7 3s are 21. So 210 minus 32, which is going to be 178, which is equal to 178. So A31 is 178. So this is how you need to proceed your problem. This is similar like what we did in the previous question, third question, right? Frame two equation, simplify it, find it for A and D, then substitute, right? Hope you understood. So with this, let us wind up today's class. I have given you these many questions. Do these questions as homework. Do by your own. Don't copy from any other resource. So do by your own and post it in the group. If you have any doubts, ask me, right? Thank you, students.